Summertime. Så du min, og jeg vild med dig. Summertime.
Hi there, Scorpio, and welcome to your modern shaman Maria in RainbowLand, here with your weekly astrological forecast, or the weekly heartful astrological forecast for the week that starts the 4th to the 12th of September. And if you're not a Scorpio, you just go down there in the bottom and find your sign, or not in the bottom, in the text just below. So these are the 7 signs of the week for the Scorpios. And sign number 1 has something to do with Mercury. Mercury is changing signs on the 6th of September. And you see here that Mercury goes from Leo into Virgo. And Mercury is at home, and Virgo is at home in Gemini and in Virgo. But in Virgo it's scrutinizing things, going into the details and organizing them. It's also healing things that needs to be healed, and it's if you have a health problem, or a problem with your diet, or your daily routines in general needs a fix, that's what Mercury is gonna fix for you. But in your case it's in your 11th house, so it goes from your 10th house, where there has been so much attention for a long time, your career house and ambitions and all of these things you've thought so much about, and it goes into your 11th house of friendships and networking, groups of people with future planning in general. So now it's time for you to plan the future. It should be more easy than usual, because first of all it's at home, but it's also in an earth sign, where the grand trine in earth between Taurus, Uranus in Taurus, Saturn in Capricorn, and now Mercury in Virgo is on. And this is between your 11th house here and up there in your 3rd house of communication, movement, siblings also, a closer environment, and down here in Taurus. And your Taurus is your 7th house of relationships, all kinds of relationships, and your desire for harmony, Uranus is there. So between your 3rd, activated again, just as last week, or the week before last week, again, your communication, skills of communication with other people, contacting other people, relationship, business partners, clients, friends, groups of people you are part of. And it's a grand trine. This means that in Earth that you can manifest and materialize things through what you say, and people will listen. Of course you always have to use your intuition and feel into the situation, but if you play your cards right, people will listen, and you'll be able to organize your future using your friends and connections and relationships in general to communicate what it is that you want to organize. Of course, there's also some more difficult planet aspects this week, so you have to remember that it's a conglomerate of a conjunction of a lot of different things. So even though we have some influences going on a certain week, and then others may be in contradiction, etc. But this is a good aspect for you. So then we have sign number 2 of the week. That is actually Saturn moving forward finally. So Saturn is moving retrograde once a year for around 1/3 part of the year. So it's been retrograde for a long time, it's around 4 months. And last week it nearly stopped and moved so slowly, and it's still moving slowly as it's going forward on the 7th of September. So any kind of conflict you've had in your communication, field of communication with other people that just seem to have been so stuck in so many ways, is going to have the chance of moving forward from the 7th. anything that had to do with some very firm structure, where you thought with Saturn, you know, you don't just move Saturn. He is going to be realistic and say, this is the way that things has to be done, and if you don't follow my rules, it's my way or the highway. So things are smoothing up in this sense, also in your third house of communication. So that was another good sign for your communication house, other than your 11th and your third house. Then we have the third sign of the week. That is Venus in your 12th house of Libra, coming into your home, or into your sign, your first house. So Venus is moving signs, changing signs on the 9th of September. So Venus moving signs on the 9th is meaning that before she moves signs, she will be in the critical degrees of your 12th house in a square with Mars. But I'm going to talk about the actual square when we reach sign number 5 of the week. Right now I'm going to foretell you that Venus is on, even though a lot of retrogrades are ending, and we only have 3 to 4, depending on how many planets we count in, left, which means that things are moving forward instead of being so stagnated as has been over the whole summer. That was hard. Then we have Venus moving into her cycle last week, actually. So she's moving forward, but she entered the cycle where she's going to retrograde and go forward last week. So this means that whatever comes up now in your relationships in regards to your more private life, personal life, your more spiritual nature side of you, and also your first house of identity, something to do with who you are, is going to be on the table. And what you want in the world is going to be on the table for a long time, so maybe even until Venus leaves this cycle on the 18th of December this year. So be sure that you don't react too strongly to something that you don't want to be in a conflict with for long times, but instead try to feel into, okay, is there a message for me instead of me shooting the messenger? Is there something I could learn here in this situation, that any situation that may arise? Enters into Scorpio, your sign Venus, and it's going to bring you charisma. It's going to bring you sparkles in the eyes, and probably you'll be able to attract people to you, because they'll be like, wow, he or she is nice and beautiful looking and mysterious. Because in here Venus will give you a hug and a kiss and a helping hand, because she's a benefic, she's nice. She'll go over your ascendant, wherever it is, and into your first house, and make your identity seem appealing to others. So that was Venus. Sign number 4 of this week. Sign number 4 is the moon. Where do we have her? She's here. So the moon starts the week, and you remember my weeks are from the Tuesday to Wednesday, an 8-day cycle. She starts her week, the moon, in Cancer. And Cancer is your 9th house, sister sign. Very nice place to be, where you expand your mind, maybe you take a trip, or you are positive and optimistic about life in general. But she is going to be in opposition to Saturn, Uranus, Saturn, Pluto, and Mars. So this means that communication-wise, maybe you just want to go on a trip, read a book that expands your mind, take a class of something, alter your belief system in some way or the other. But in your everyday communication sector, someone is demanding taking your time, needing for you to be there to communicate with them, so that you're not as free to do what you want as, because it's Saturn that needs structure and wants you to structure your way of communicating and doing things, and it's Pluto that wants you to transform this on a deep level, and Mars that can be someone maybe communicating with you in a little bit aggressive way. Then the moon moves into Leo, your career house, and makes you focus upon your career once again. And meeting up with the north node of the moon, playfulness in a good way. And career-wise, your professional life, maybe there's some good things coming that has brought to your attention. she's then going into Virgo, where she... Sorry, I had a long reading this morning. Someone... not this morning. My readings are always, personal readings with people are always 4 to 6 hours, because we go through the depth of people's horoscopes. So the moon is moving in and meeting up with Mercury first, activating the grand trine for you in Earth and trees, 3rd, 7th and 11th house, of communicating what it is that you want in the world, sharing your visions, etc. Meeting up with the sun, meaning there's a new moon in Virgo. Wherever there's a new moon, is a chance for us to improve something over the next half a year that will have its culmination in half a year in March 19, when the moon is full here. This means that if you are willing to work upon your networking skills, building up a network within the fields that you have an ambition to improve things, your groups of friends, your plans for the future, etc., then working upon that over the next half a year will show you the results in half a year in March. So, best of luck with that. Then we have sign number 5 of the week. That is Mars changing signs. The full moon, the new moon is on the 9th of September. Mars is changing signs on the 11th of September. And Mars is going from your 3rd house into your 4th house of emotions, etc. Family, foundation, personal life. But first, he's going to square with Venus, as I said, in his 4th house. So there's going to be something for you where you have to deal with some hidden enemy or something that you didn't expect behind the scenes, or someone calling from far, far away, another country, giving you some news. Something you just have to let go of, that you don't really want to let go of, you know. And with Mars, it can be a little bit, have something to do with some aggressive communication, where I really strongly encourage you, since you are Mars in this case, to try to take it easy, because whatever you start with Venus now is going to last for at least 3 months, where you're going to struggle with it. Try to see what the world is mirroring to you as a teacher. So if the world sends in anyone, it's probably because it wants you to see something and understand something about yourself that you can change and alter. Mars changing signs is going to reawaken the square between Uranus and Mars that was there the first time in May, 2nd week of May this year, and then again around a month ago, plus minus, in the summer. And now the theme comes up for the 3rd time, some tension for you between in your relationships and in your personal life, with your personal feelings and other people. This will be reawakened again for the 3rd time, some issue that wasn't easy for you. So maybe some contract that is no longer existing. It can be some verbal contract, or some emotional contract, or some actual contract between you and someone else. Or someone promised you that you would get married, and they say, no, I can't do it anyways. Or someone said to you that you could work as a model for their model agency, but they don't want you anywhere. They want you to stop working with them. I don't know, many different things. Anything where you can actually apply the word contract. Sign number 6 of the week, it's Jupiter in your sign, where it's so beneficial for your identity, forming a very nice sextile with Pluto in your 3rd house of communication again, and close environment. And then, oh, where is it? It moved. I wanted to talk to Uranus. Neptune in Pisces in your 5th house of romance, your children, creativity, of you following your heart, taking chances with your business. So between the 1st, 3rd and the 5th house, some good communication is going on. So maybe there's a romantic affair on the way where you shine like a diamond and communicate to people, or to this person, or it could also just be your romantic partner in a way that is just really nice, where you use your intuition and your more spiritual sides in this romantic feeling, to feel at one with God, perhaps, in this connection, or in your charismatic. If you use your intuition, to follow your heart and to really go in, you know, if you want to awaken this creative sparkle in your life. In your 5th house here with Neptune, you open up your channel so that you could receive and in the flow have the creativity running through you, so you can create the creations of God. That is how the most beautiful artists create the things, no matter what kind of art it is. It doesn't have to just be paintings or music. The art of football, it could also be. And that actually these abilities are stronger if we open up to the universe, to God. I think I overdid the lipstick actually this time around. Well, anyway, non-important information. What I also wanted to say is to open up your higher self, or the contact to your higher self, or to your guides, angels, or even God. Then it's not a good idea to use drugs, because drugs just create holes in your astral body. And these holes, you cannot control what enters, what kind of energies enters, or who enters here. Also in your contact with normal people, so it takes a long time to heal these holes, and yeah, there's no control of it. So to just borrow something from some kind of drug, you have to pay so much back, because you get a high for half a day and then you fall down, drop down even lower before. So it's not a good idea, definitely. Even though just like sugar trips is also kind of a drug, you know. But it'll just keep you addicted. If you take a little bit of sugar, then the following day your body will need it again, crave it again. So if you want to be left in peace, do it the natural way. That's also a more stable achievement or state of consciousness that you achieve, that is staying with you. It is not if you just do it with drugs. Sign number 7 of the week is the theme and the card of the week. The card of the week I will draw back home, and then I will, you know, show you some clip and some footage where you can hear my voiceover on it. But the theme of the week is very short this week. Crisis is your friend. So if you're going through a crisis, this will transform you on the deepest level possible. If you take the crisis by the hand and let it lead you to where it wants to go inside of you, through what other people mirrors to you. And then if you can find peace with it, transform it, and come out on the other side, you'll come out as a new person. Card of the week. Oh, a tree is falling. So they just... Whoa. That was well done. Impressed! You felt the wind? My goodness, so this was a really, really good point was made.
Wait with the store. Yeah.
Andrea, if you are a little bit on my film on YouTube, it's the different star signs, is it okay?
It's okay.
Okay, awesome. Yes, I have a channel. Awesome, awesome. You are in the Taurus sign of the week.
That one? No, you take the picture. Ah, okay, okay.
And look like a hero. Yeah, woo! Italy wins. It's a victory of Italy. 1-0 for Italy. But you're competing against Denmark over there, you can hear. But he's cheating. Oh, 2-0, but he's cheating. He's using, you know, what do you call it, drugs for the competition here. You did it the natural way. It's because I'm just talking about that in my...
Yeah, up here from Italy, he managed to take down a tree by his hands while we were doing the report. Until that here, John is cutting it over here because he wants to start the fire. And I hope that he got it all filmed.
So, Scorpio, the card of the week for you guys is the World card, and it shows a woman who's wrapped in a purple scarf, dancing in the middle of a big what do you call these leaves that Caesar also had. She's holding a wand in her hands, or what do you call these? Yeah, it looks like flutes, but I think it's wands. And they represent the universal energies, positive and negative sides, they say in traditional tarot. And in every corner of the card you see the same the same figures as in the Wheel of Fortune card. The lion, the bull, the eagle, and the angel. And the 4 creation, which in the Bible, in the Old Testament, I think it was Ezekiel he saw. So if anything is absolute and perfect, it is showed and comes full circle, it is shown in this card. Opposites meet and unite, everything is in a balance, and it all adds up. Within this field, this circle of leaves, there's a chaos which has been turned into order, and in here the universe is gathered. In the corners, the human, the eagle, a bull, and a lion, the 4 protectors that has to secure the cosmic forces, the stability of the cosmic forces, and they are the guardians of the heavens, and they represent at the same time the 4 fixed signs in the zodiac. So Taurus, Taurus, Leo, you guys, Scorpio, and Aquarius, the human. So the card indicates that the first, the full card of this chariot, of the tarot. This is the end journey. This is the ultimate card. He's a master of life. It's the completion, perfection. The card symbolizes first and foremost like a satisfaction and a completion. So when you're most likely in a situation where you have success and you have accomplished your goals and your visions, and now you can harvest the rewards, hopefully. So spiritual, or maybe just in one area of your life, you just have to see it, open your eyes and see it. Spiritually, you can now end a phase in your life, and you will probably experience that you're integrated with yourself and in harmony with the nature and the universe. And the card is often considered to be have something to do with something good and with good aspects, even though the card symbolizes fertility. Also, there are more new travels and journeys, projects that's waiting us here in life. So satisfaction don't necessarily have to be an ending of something. Maybe you're just on top of the world and capable of building new worlds within you and without you. You'll see that all finds its right place in your life, and you will see the meaning behind all your life experiences, and at the same time accept the conditions. Awesome. So thank you so much for watching this week. I truly appreciate it, and remember, if you haven't subscribed already, that you can do so, and you can always leave any kind of comments here. I hope you enjoyed the beautiful nature images here. Big hugs from your modern shaman. See you next week. And of course, and by the way, you have to remember this: don't follow trends, follow your heart. Yeah.
Summertime. Så du min, og jeg vild med dig.